Hi everyone and welcome to Work in Progress with Sebastian. I'm Sebastian and here at Work in Progress you will find me posting videos about self-growth in order to support you guys on your own personal journey and to become a better you or create a better life for yourself. And for that I gonna share my experiences that I made over the last 10 years with you, and hope that's going to be something you enjoy. And if you're new to this channel and you enjoy what you see, consider to subscribe, support the channel. All right, let's get into it. All right, today it's my very first video, so it's going to be a very new experience for me, and for that I choose the most obvious topic, and it's going to be self-growth. So, and I'm going to explain what is self-growth and why the hell should you do it, or you don't have to, but I always I recommend is a good thing. Second, so where to start? Because that's probably the most obvious question, like, hey Sebastian, how am I going to start this? And third is so that's for me the next lesson, learn how to count. That's my personal growth. So third is, what does it take, and how do we do it? Like, how can we achieve personal growth? And yeah, if that sounds good, let's go on. So self-growth is such a broad term. It's such a broad term, like every one of us has heard about it, and probably a lot of you have like a question mark maybe about it in your head, like what does it mean? And so I think it's a very broad term, because some of you might refer to it as personal development, personal growth, or spiritual growth, and there are many terms out there that might kind of refer to a very similar approach. But there's one thing that I found that I really liked, and I'm going to share it with you. Wait a moment. So I found this great definition of self-growth, and I would like to read it to you guys. So it goes, simply stated, self-growth is a desire to become a better version of oneself every day. It's a timeless pursuit. Self-growth refers to a lifelong process to improve one's own performance through formal, informal approaches. And that's, for me, it really hits the nail on the head. It's like, it's a timeless journey, and it's not a 7-day fix, it's not a 30-day fix or something, it's not a 1-year journey, there is no end to it. And that's what I'm here at Work in Progress. I want to help you guys on this lifelong journey, and I'm not going to sell you a quick fix, nothing like a 30-day to happiness, 5 simple ways to become a better person. I don't believe in it. I've been on this journey for 10 years and I'm still going, and I'm still learning every day. And that's the joy also about it, because it is endless. There is no end line to it. You can always grow as a human being, and I want to help with that. And that's why I created this channel, because I believe I have a message and I have something to share. Like, I've been on this journey for 10 years, and I would like other people to find support, to find help. And yeah, I share my experiences, and whether you maybe you like it, maybe not, and I just hope to help people. And so now the question, what means self-growth for you and for me? So for me, I can only say, it was really about working with my old traumas, working with fears, and getting myself out of my comfort zone, moving, growing as a human being, and with my inner world, like anger, fear, trauma, those things that I had to work a lot with. And that is, for me, it was really about my psyche and my emotional world becoming there more mature. And then later on, I moved into, changing my life over in terms of career and place where I live. That was my personal steps, but it can mean a lot of different things for everyone. Like, it can involve your relationships, career, your spiritual growth, or your emotional growth. Maybe it's going to be your physical appearance you want to change it, or you want to financially educate yourself. That's also self-growth, you know. And then you might want to become more aware, or you want to be a more compassionate person. You want to control your anger. You want to be a better parent. You want to be a better spouse. You want to be more, loving towards your friends, and you want to be more professional, more. There are a lot of things, and that's what is the beauty about it, because it's such a complex thing. And that's why I created this channel, because I believe it's literally an endless source of topics. And I'm really looking forward to create content that helps you guys. And I'm really gonna enjoy it, because I'm gonna get the opportunity to dive into all those things and create content for other people. This is gonna be very exciting. So the question now is, well, how do I start, Sebastian? Well, how do I even know that I'm starting? Or, like what triggers me? And so to answer that question, I would just like to say something about my own past. And for me it was really a big thing. It started with a crash. Like my life had to hit a fucking wall. So yeah, my life really, I had a crash. For me, it started with a crash, and that was when I was 25. I broke up with my wife. I married very early, and so with 25, this came crashing down. I realized I'm with the wrong woman, and everything I believed was right was suddenly a big question mark, and I just felt I had to change. And for me, it was literally a lot of things came crashing down. It was a very big event for me personally, and that might be for everyone, but I feel most people that I know and talk to, there is something that sparks it, something. And it just usually starts, I would say, with a feeling of something is off. Maybe you don't fit into your group of friends anymore, or something at work, or with your spouse like me. Something feels off, or maybe you get a desire for, there must be more, like this question in your head, there must be more to life than what I see at the moment. It can be a lot of different things that spark you. But then if you have that, that's where it usually kind of starts. So maybe also be a feeling of not feeling right in this place anymore where you are. And so it can mean for everyone a lot of different things. And I would be happy to hear what it's for you, like what sparked you. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm really curious what started your journey. And by watching this, I believe that most of you already had this spark. Like something must have triggered you and say, hey, there must be something more out there. I want more for myself. And I'm really curious to hear, like down below in the comments, like what is it for you? Like what made you kind of question your life, yourself maybe, and maybe start your own journey. And I'm really curious what that is. So I'm really looking forward to hear from you in that. So number 3 is, so what does it involve and what does it actually take? Well, it takes a lot of courage. That I can tell you. Like, it takes a lot of courage to step out of your comfort zone and question everything. Because that's kind of what it takes. Like, you have to have the courage to say, hey, I want something better for myself, and I want something different. I want to improve. I want to live a life that looks the way I want it to look. And that's courage, because we're gonna leave old habits behind. So we leave old things behind, because in order to move on, we always need to leave something behind, and that takes courage. And because it can also mean you might have to leave friends behind, family even, or your country, or your job. And so it really takes courage. And I'm gonna make another video about courage, because it's a beautiful topic. So since this is my first video, it doesn't exist yet, but I will make one about courage for sure. Just wait for it to come up, and I'm really looking forward to that topic, because it's really good. So another step that I find very important is really to look at yourself. Really looking at yourself is very important, because we have to get to know ourselves. Because most of our life we function from habits, the way we've been raised, and our thought patterns are the way we've been taught to think, to act in a certain way, and how to react. And so now it's really up to us to actually identify those thought patterns and really looking really inside and sitting down and saying, well, what's actually going on inside there? And how do we do that? Well, to make it quick, to say it very short, is more like really turning off the computer, turning off the mobile phone, turning off the TV, turning off distraction, and really listen to what's coming up. And that is a good way. For some people it's a meditation, for some people it's a walk through the forest or nature in general, or for some people it's, have a cup of tea or something, a cup of coffee, and just being with yourself. And there are many different ways, and I'm most likely going to make a video about that as well, like ways of how to reflect on yourself. And that is a very important part, because that's a way how to get to know how we get to know ourselves. Because first we need to know ourselves. It sounds corny, but it is true, And so after we know ourselves, another thing that I find very helpful and important is to realize I am responsible. No matter what happened in the past, I'm now responsible to take action and to change my life. No one else. And I'm responsible for everything, no matter what outside of your life happens to you. Doesn't matter. Like, in the end, it's our responsibility. And that's going to be a beautiful next video about responsibility, taking responsibility on your life. So see, already I'm coming up with a lot of topics, and I'm really looking forward to make those videos. And because in the end, we can only change our life and ourselves. That's where it starts, within ourselves, on the smallest scale. Because we have only immediate impact on our own thoughts and actions, and that's how we can start change. And then we might spread this change into the community, and then maybe even wider. But just let's start inside, and that's where our responsibility lies. And another thing that will definitely help you on the self-growth journey is to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, because it would really help me to grow and my channel, and that would be very helpful for me to continue posting those videos, and hopefully helpful. But no, really, another step that I find is crucial will be your mindset. Like, really changing your mindset. And that's really like, stop beating yourself up, like stop that negative talk towards yourself, and be more kind with yourself in your mind, and also stop blaming and judging others, people, and then create a positive mindset. From switching from, I can't do that, I doubt that, to really, I can do this, and I want to do this, and I'm worthy of change, and I'm worthy of a better life. And that's really changing your mindset into, it sounds again cheesy in some ways, but to say really positive mindset. I don't say false positivity, but really believe in yourself. And that takes training, and it's a very important thing in order to keep you going to, yes, I can do it, and I deserve it, and I won't give up until I get what I want. And so we really have to change our mindset. So that's a big thing. And I think that's kind of it for today. That wraps it up. There will be a lot of videos following that go more into depth of things that I've mentioned, because this was today a starter. And so I'm gonna go really into depth with follow-up videos about all those topics, and there's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff coming. And thank you very much for today. I'm super happy that you made it this far. I'm glad that I made it this far. So I'll be happy if you can subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, recommend the channel maybe to your family or friends if you find it helpful. And yeah, looking forward to hear in the comments down below what you think. Maybe give me some tips, some advice about, I'm always curious about lighting and background stuff, because this is all gonna work in progress. This is all work in progress, and I'm really looking forward to hear comments, and also let me know what kind of topics you would like me to answer, or maybe have some questions about your own personal journey, and maybe I can create a video and I will definitely reply to your questions and your comments. So thank you very much for today. Have a good night. See ya.